Hello guys, welcome back to another dailies video on the channel. This was recorded last week, and I've only just doing a commentary this week. The week we are doing it on is where Daily B is into Lagos in the Group 3 cars. But I want to show you these two races, especially with me starting on pole here. Obviously we do have a wild concert behind us, and there's a lot of battles to be shown in these two races. So yeah, we're starting off with this first race in the Genesis X, setting a pretty decent time in the world, not too far off. I think I was in the top 50 at the time or something, but setting a decent pace at the start, obviously in front of Consta as well, which is pretty cool to see. And you're going to see battles, may I say, around Road Atlanta. But this time, as we speak, I do have the DD Pro. It has arrived, thank God. We will be doing a separate video on that anyway, but it has arrived. This is when I'm on controller, as you can see on the screen right now. So DD Pro time isn't yet recorded, but it will be recorded soon. So I'm hoping I can get a video out as soon as possible, really. But yeah, so start lap one, pretty decent, consistent lap. Putting 8 tenths away from Consta right now. I think Consta was in the BMW M6 sprint. But as you can see, continuing on to the end of lap 3, the gap is still the same, roughly. Losing a tenth maybe in the last 2 laps there. But again, me and Consta was on fairly the same pace. It just came down to consistency. As you see right there, getting a penalty just for cutting the part of the track there on that right hander. And yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be serving a 0.5 second penalty on this long straight coming towards. We've got to do these 2 right handers first, get these correct, hopefully, and we'll be on our way, hopefully, to a victory. But see, Consta is catching. It's not. The gap is coming down very, very quickly. But yeah, we're gonna have to serve this penalty no matter what. So we're gonna probably be behind Consta. It's gonna be close. Pulling to that inside, try and get as less slipstream as he can. But unfortunately, he's gonna move to the inside here, and he's gonna get the job done. So. Fair play to Consta there, staying within the 1 second gap, and yeah, getting the job done rather easily. And yeah, heading on to lap 5. We're right behind Consta now. We're going to go for the inside here, nearly hitting the back of his rear bumper. We're going to keep that inside line and keep the position, so we're regaining first position here. And yeah, we're in the battle for the lead. It felt as if these 2 races, me and Consta, was just levels above the group. As you can see on the top right hand of your screen, everyone else is falling behind, may I say. But me and Consta are just going at it. We're starting to battle, but we're not losing as much time. Just to show like what our pace is really like against the other drivers in this session. But yeah, no, so back onto the long straight. Consta is within 3 tenths and he's going to be gaining quite a bit here. So we're going to have to be very cautious coming down to this chicane. As we are, he's going to move to the inside. Is he going to get the job done though? He's going to move to the inside. But we're going to try and look for a better line. It's not quite going to happen. We're going to move to the outside, go side by side. For this last corner, am I going to keep the outside? Just about. We're going to keep this outside line, better straight line, and we're going to try and hold the outside, but it's just not going to work. And Consta regains first position here, so we're going to have to stick behind him just for a moment. And as you see here, he just oversteers the M6, and unfortunately he is out cold. I think he hit Barrier there. but we do regain our first position that we all in truly should have, because of that penalty that we served a few laps ago. Um, but yeah, we're in lap 6, and it's going to be a, a beautiful victory for Classified XI, myself. And yeah, the gap does eventually go up to over a second, but it's all because of that little mistake. Especially in these lobbies right now, you just have to you just have to be as consistent as you can, otherwise you're gonna lose a lot of time. Like, what, a second and a half is a lot of time in my books. But yeah, so first race, first lovely victory. We was AS there because we did get a DR reset, unfortunately, but I don't know the actual calls for that. But yeah, we did eventually get back to A plus. But as we're on the DD Pro, we're on another account, so we will be recording on another account, but you will see that in the future. So this second race, this second and final race, there's a lot that happens in this race. Um, a lot more people get involved, may I say. Not just me and Consta. Me and Consta still go at it, but it's not as much just us two. It's a lot more people. Um, if you do see your name, I'd rather you comment if you see your name in this video. Just say thanks for racing and blah blah blah. But we are starting this second race again in pole position. Um, are we going to regain the lead and get first position throughout the whole race? Maybe not. But yeah, we had the win over Consta there, so we knew that Consta was going to be um, in his prime here. So we did have to be very careful of this first couple of laps, because he is going to be pushing a lot. So we do have to be cautious of that. Watch out for El Pagini behind Consta here. He had some rather suspicious pace. Like um, words can't explain his pace. Like in a few laps, he was just like insane. But we'll see that further on or later on. So as you see, coming to the end of lap 2, we was going purple in lap 2. Yeah, coming across this little the Fox Factory Bridge, and coming down this on this lovely right hander. You get this right all the time, just feels so nice. But as you see, we do have a wild El Pagini behind. As you see, Cots going for an inside dive there into turn 1, but he's just going to go a bit too deep. And we do regain just about, nearly clipping the rear bumper of mine. We do regain the lead. So very, very close racing between me and Consta here, as well as El Pagini is going to be joining the party soon. We don't know as of yet, but as you see, look how close Consta is on the radar. He's probably going to look for the inside here, so we do have to watch out. He is going to just about get the inside here. We're going to be side by side through this long right hand and long right hairpin here, and we're going to still be side by side. El Pagini is joining the party. We're going to go 3 wide, and we just have to watch out for another guy behind. El Pagini is Burr in that 911. So it's a lot more closer this race. I see three cars here coming into the chicane here, and El Pagini's going to dive it down inside of us, and he's going to get first position, but we're going to get a little cutback. Constan's going to follow us on this last corner here, and it's going to still be a juicy 3-man battle here. So coming onto that 4 here, Constan's going to go for the inside. He's going to get the job done just about. No contact at all. We're going to try and go for the switcheroo again, but it's just not going to have enough power than that M6, because the Genesis is good in the acceleration out of slow corners, but the BMW M6 does hold the power down pretty well in the faster corners. But yeah, Constar, as you see, has regained first position. He's going to get a penalty as well because he just about cut track limits, and we're gonna be on pressure here. But for El Pagini, he's going to bump us, but he does let us back through. So good sportsmanship there from El Pagini. But yeah, we're going to be, well, Conster's going to be serving the penalty that he is served from a couple of moments ago, and we're going to regain first position. Alberghini's going to look for that move from Consta. Can't quite see in our mirrors, but on the leaderboards you can see that Alberghini has got through on Consta, so we do regain our first position. A lot of position changing in this race, but honestly, rather enjoyed it. Just how close the racing was. A few times in Daily B on this week, on the Road Atlanta week, it was a bit of carnage, but some of the races were just unreal, and honestly the adrenaline was pumping. But yeah, so come around this little S section, I did have a little bit of an oversteer moment there, but we do save it pretty well. Alberghini, look, straight away on my rear bumper, and he's going to look for that inside, so we're going to have to give it to him. But it's just going to be enough to get through. But as you see, there's two other cars, Burr and El Capara, are going to be joining this party as well. So you just see by lap time here. Obviously the fast lap from Constance is 18.0, but like the last two laps we've been about a second and a half down, roughly. But as you see here, Alberghini's gonna be threatening us, and as you see, Constance's gonna go on the inside there, free wide for a second there, and Constance does get through. So a lovely double move overtake, and we're just gonna lose another position to Burr now, who's joining this little battle. So we do have to be cautious of this 911. So I don't know if he's going to be quicker than this group, but he is definitely making an impact. As you can see, that 911 is very much slower. Sorry, I say in the corners, and we're just going to have to stick behind just for this lap. And yeah, we just have to hold and just try and find that mistake that he's going to make, hopefully, within the next couple of corners. And as you see there, just about, he have a tiny little oversteer moment, and we are going to regain that position, but we do get a 0.5 second penalty. But yeah, so coming around this right-hander here, so getting a rather bad exit out of that right-hander there, we're going to have to be serving this 0.5 second penalty, so the guys behind are going to get past, I'm pretty sure, as we just about serve it. And I think actually Burr had a penalty as well, so Al Capara has now joined, and he is now third position, so we're going to have to be fighting for that third position, the chance to get on the podium at least. As you see, look how far Constant and Alberghini have gone. A lot's happened there, so yeah, I've just been caught by these two drivers, so I'm just going to have to try and fight my way through and just try and get this third position. El Capara has a bit of an oversteer there, sliding into that corner, losing quite a bit of time. We're going to go side by side here, and El Capara is just about going to hold it. And yeah, so we're still fourth, so we're going to have to try and look probably for a move on the straight, if I could imagine. But yeah, so we do have Burr behind, so we do have to be cautious of that. El Capara has a penalty, so he's got a 1 second penalty, so we're going to have that third position, but we do have to be cautious of Burr, the French geezer. So yeah, slowing down in a couple of seconds is El Capara. We're going to actually look for the inside. I don't know why, but he tries blocking a bit there. I don't know why. But look, as you see, the Genesis out of the corners is very quick. As you see, Consta ahead had a penalty, so he must have been pushing too much. Alberghini is going to come across the line in first, but are we going to get Consta on this last corner? It's just not going to be enough. 6.5 tenths, it's just not going to be enough. But what an amazing race! What an amazing two races you guys have just seen. I've very much enjoyed them. Especially probably my last couple of days on controller as well. But now is the time that we are on the DD Pro, so from here on out I think we'll be on DD Pro for videos, and you will see the vast majority of me bumping into people, and yeah, you guys can laugh at me. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe, of course, and hit the notification bell as well. It will let you know when I upload. But yeah, I'll see you later, guys. Bye bye.